I would like to ask you first if you can introduce yourself and your character in Madame.
So my name is Malou Khebizi and I play Laura in Madame, who is a domestic at a Saudi woman house.
How can you describe your character?
I would say that Laura is a very determined person. She comes from poor background, so she has to work to have money for her sister who had a young age child, and she really needs to work. She needs this work because it's well paid. So she's a very young lady who has a lot of ambitions.
And would you like to be friend of her, to get along with her in real life, or someone like her?
I think I could be friends with Laura. I think I'm really close to her in some ways, so I think we will have nice conversations if we were friends. Yeah.
And what do you think is the most intense part of this movie, of this journey?
In the making of it, it was really interesting because we really do a lot of takes, a lot of takes. But it was in a way to investigate and really find what was the truth, what was feeling authentic and feeling exact. So we were always trying to do better at every takes, but we do like maybe 15 or maybe 20 takes by sequences. So it was a lot and it was tiring, but it was absolutely necessary.
And what do you think that Laura's journey is so empowering? All the women in the movie are so empowered in their own way.
Yeah, I think it really is a movie about domination and who is submit to who. And it's really interesting to see that when you're a woman, you're always kind of submit to something or someone. And even more when you're a woman who comes from a poor background. So there is a mix of social discrimination, like ethnical discrimination too. It's really a meeting of two women who both submitted in their ways. So it's really powerful, I think.
And how did you collaborate with the director?
It was Hélène is absolutely an amazing person. She's really kind, and at the same time she has her vision. It was really interesting to work with her, to search, to try, to fail, but it was not important how many times we fail in the takes. It was always a work, always a work. It was never good enough, but in a good way. I like to work like that. Yeah.
And how did you feel living in a golden cage like in the movie? Because freedom is one of the main topic of conversation in the movie.
It's interesting because I think we always been taught that it's nice to be rich, it's nice the luxury, it's nice all of these worlds of millionaires, billionaires. We grow up with the idea that it's good and we have to gain money, and so it was really nice in the script that we take this from the point of view of trap, like really something who is not as nice as maybe we should think, and it can be nice maybe for 1 week, but after you understand that it's really it's a prison. It was interesting to see it from this point of view.
Do you think that has some similarities with the show business? Because from the outside everything is glamour, but you have to work very hard.
Yeah.
Especially women has to work double.
Yeah. It really has to do something with the show business and what we ask women in terms of also image and always be smiley and always be on point, and you're not allowed to make any mistakes. And I think there is really something like that, and we see that Madame also always is perfect for her man, always on point when he come, and so it's really interesting because it's something we always ask women to be as perfect as possible, and we're not allowed to make mistakes. And I think it's something that Madame is really trapped in.
And I would like to ask you, do you think that a lot of women still need to compromise in order to achieve stability?
I think it depends where you were born and what your. I hope that there is a lot of women who are not, but it's a fact. Like there is many women who live in situations where they're forced to be submit. Really, so that's a fact. sad, but...
And that's the reason why it's so modern and so relevant today, this movie, in your opinion?
Sorry?
It's so relevant and so modern.
Yeah, it's a new vision, and it's interesting also because in terms of directing, I don't want to talk. It's Hélène's subject, but it's also as a spectators, as someone who watched the movie, we really feel the pressure, because also with the incrustation of video, I don't know how to say that, but the camera from in the movie, we feel really also as someone who watched the movie kind of trapped, and it's really interesting to feel that because it grows the empathy with the characters.
And the last thing that I would like to ask you, if you would like to work in Italy.
Yes, I would love to work in Italy. I've worked with Vittoria. It's an actress who worked a lot in Gomorrah, and I worked with her in the last film of Christophe Honoré. And also Wild Diamonds, my first film, was released in Italy, and it has a lot of really nice critics. I love Italian people, and I hope also I will do maybe the Mostra, la Biennale one day. I really hope so. Thank you. Grazie mille.
First of all, hi, Hélène. I'd like to describe your project since it's your debut here in Cannes.
Alors du coup, c'est mon premier long métrage qui s'appelle Le Triangle d'Or. C'est l'histoire de Laura qui se fait embaucher comme assistante de Souria, une riche saoudienne qu'elle pense être la compagne d'un prince saoudien. Et c'est l'histoire de la rencontre entre ces deux femmes et d'un système complexe de domination dans un huis clos.
What kind of women are you describing? Because they are very different from each other.
J'avais envie de confronter deux rapports au féminin. Donc le personnage de Laura qui est un personnage qui est dans la puissance et avec une vraie puissance physique et qui refuse les attraits du féminin. Et en face le personnage de Souria qui elle performe une hyper-féminité, quelque chose de l'ordre même du masque, et les confronter. C'était vraiment intéressant parce que quand on est une femme, c'est jamais assez bien, et donc les mettre en rapport, en confrontation, et aussi la manière dont les choses bougent, dont chacune est poreuse à l'autre, et que ces deux rapports au féminin se contaminent, j'ai envie de dire. Ça m'intéressait parce que en tant que femme, j'ai expérimenté les deux positions entre guillemets, et je voulais raconter cette confrontation-là.
This movie talks also about the different cultures. Why is it so important to create a bridge between our differences?
Dans un monde qui est d'une extrême violence, je voulais à la fois raconter cette violence-là et sa complexité parce qu'elle s'exerce à plein d'endroits et de plein de manières différentes. Des riches sur les pauvres, des hommes sur les femmes, et en même temps les choses sont complexes. Par exemple, la situation d'Emre, c'est un homme, donc il est en situation de pouvoir sur ces deux femmes, et en même temps c'est un homme qui est tenu par sa condition et qui n'est pas libre, qui vient d'un pays dévasté par un génocide, et c'était important de raconter ça aussi à l'intérieur de ce huis clos. En même temps, je crois que c'est aussi un endroit que le cinéma peut permettre une rencontre et des échanges qui sont pas forcément toujours possibles malheureusement dans la vie. Et en fait, par exemple, la relation que Laura entretient avec Emre, c'est un peu un idéal de société. C'est deux cultures qui se rencontrent, qui, parce qu'ils font partie aussi d'une classe sociale qui est assez proche, parviennent à échanger, se déplacent en s'écoutant l'un et l'autre. Emre, c'est un personnage a priori qui est dans un rapport à la masculinité assez macho, qui considère pas Laura comme son égale au début, et puis qui progressivement l'écoute, s'intéresse à elle, travaille avec elle, et c'est vraiment quelque chose que j'avais envie que le film permette.
Why is so important to showcase such powerful female solidarity?
Parce que je crois que en tant que femme, j'ai manqué de représentation, de rapport entre des femmes qui soient pas que de la rivalité ou de l'opposition, et qu'au contraire une solidarité, une sororité, en fait, puisque c'est un mot qui, je pense, est à propos pour le film, est importante dans un monde où la violence des hommes est si présente. Elle n'est pas forcément évidente parce qu'elle est parfois empêchée par des rapports de classe qui ne s'effacent pas dans la rencontre, mais c'est quelque chose que j'avais envie de raconter, parce que je crois qu'on a besoin de ce type de représentation et qu'on a besoin de s'épauler en tant que femme dans nos parcours.
I don't know if you are still already working on another project, and if you maybe in the future you'd consider to shoot in Italy?
Je sais pas du tout si je tournerai dans le futur en Italie. Je travaille déjà sur un prochain long métrage avec ma sœur Marie, qui est aussi réalisatrice, mais ce sera un film très différent, une comédie dramatique qui est en développement. Mais j'adorerais tourner en Italie un jour si l'occasion se présente. Après, j'ai peu voyagé, je viens d'un milieu très populaire et du coup pour l'instant j'ai l'impression que les histoires qui me font envie ou vers lesquelles j'ai envie d'aller, elles sont proches du monde que je connais et que c'est cette réalité-là que j'ai envie de filmer. Et peut-être qu'avec l'expérience qui avancera, j'aurai envie d'autre chose.